Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Learn Linux TV. Fedora 44 was recently released, and I'm going to have a review for it very soon, but first I want to show you the installation process. Now to be fair, the installation process in this release isn't any different than previous ones, but I always make it a point to show you guys the installation process for popular distros, and, well, Fedora is a popular distro. So what I'll do in this video is show you the process of setting up installation media for Fedora 44, and then I'll show you the installation process. In particular, we're going to be setting up Fedora as the only operating system on our computer. This is going to be a full installation tutorial, so be sure to back up anything important on your computer before we begin. And by the end of this video, you'll have your very own Fedora installation ready to go. Anyway, as part of the process, you'll need a flash drive. And since we'll be converting that flash drive into Fedora installation media, that means it's going to be wiped out as part of the process. So be sure to use a flash drive that doesn't have anything important on it. And also, one more thing. I wanted to take a moment and mention channel memberships because if you enjoy the content here on Learn Linux TV, it's a great way to show support. But it's not just about supporting Learn Linux TV, you'll also gain access to exclusive perks. For example, you'll get access to ad-free content as well as early access to select videos. But not only that, you'll also gain access to the official Discord server where you can chat with other Linux fans. It's a lot of fun. So if you enjoy the Linux-related content that I produce on this channel, then become a member. It's a great way to support what I'm doing. And thank you guys so much, I really appreciate it. And with all that said, it's time to install Fedora, so let's get the process started right now. So let's get started. And what we're going to do right now is create the installation media that we'll be using to install Fedora. I decided to show the process from within Windows because I figured that's what the majority of you guys are going to be coming from. Anyway, to get the process rolling, what we'll do is open up a web browser and we'll go to fedoraproject.org. And that's what you're seeing right here. As you can see, Fedora 44 is released, so all we have to do is click on the 44 icon right here. And we're going to be installing the Workstation edition of Fedora. So what I'll do is click Download Now. And we have several different options here. And if we scroll down a bit, you'll see that Fedora Media Writer is offered. And this is the tool that's recommended when it comes to creating Fedora installation media. All you have to do is download the version that corresponds to your current operating system. And since I'm running Windows at the moment, I'll download the Windows version. And if we scroll down, we should find the Windows executable on the list. And I see it right here, so what I'll do is download it. And it's a relatively small download. As you can see, it's already finished. So all I should have to do is go to my Downloads folder. And here we see Fedora Media Writer. So what I'll do is double click on it to install it. And if you don't have the Visual C++ redistributable installed on your computer, it'll prompt you to install it. So I'll go through that process right now. And it's already done, so I'll close the installer for this particular package. And now what we'll do is proceed to install Fedora Media Writer. So we'll click I agree, and then install. And as you can see, it's already finished. And now that installation is complete, we see Fedora Media Writer right here. And it's very easy to use. So what we'll do at this point is grab a flash drive, and we'll convert that flash drive into Fedora installation media. And now that I've inserted my flash drive, what I'll do is click Next. We're going to leave the selection on Official Editions, and we're going to proceed with Fedora Workstation. We're going to download version 44. That's the most recent release as of the time I'm recording this video. I have an Intel 64-bit system on my end, and most of you will probably have the same. And what we'll do is click the Download and Write button to begin the process of creating the installation media. I'll confirm it. And as you can see, it's downloading. So what I'll do is speed up the process in post, and I'll be right back. And now the process is complete. We now have installation media for Fedora 44. All we have to do at this point is boot our computer from that installation media, and what you'll do is access your boot menu by pressing the key that's designated by your PC's manufacturer. And to make the process a bit easier, what I'll do is overlay a card on the screen right now that'll show you the usual boot keys for various manufacturers. So what you'll do is press one of those keys when you boot your computer. You might have to try it a few times, and then you'll be able to choose the flash drive as your boot source and boot into the Fedora installer. And when you access the boot menu, you'll select the flash drive that we've just prepared, and that should start the Fedora installer. And when it first starts booting, it'll ask us whether we want to test the media before we install. I've already tested it on my end, so what I'll do is use the first option to jump right into the installation. And here we are. We have successfully booted into the Fedora installer. And right here, we can launch the installer immediately, or we could choose Not Now to access live mode. And I recommend accessing live mode because that gives you a chance to test Fedora with your computer before you install it. After all, it would be very awkward to install Fedora just to find out that something doesn't work, so it's always a good idea to test any Linux distro before you install it. So to do that, what we'll do is choose Not Now, and that'll close the installer. And at this point, we can begin testing. Now on my end, I'm connected to a wired network. We see the wired icon right here. But if you have a Wi-Fi card, what you could do is click right here, and then you click the right arrow next to Wi-Fi, and you should see a list of wireless networks. Now, if you don't see a list of wireless networks, that might mean that your wireless card isn't supported in Fedora. And that would be something that you would want to research before installing Fedora. But on my end, I already know that it works, and all you have to do is click on your wireless network. It'll prompt you for the password, and you'll type the password in, and then you'll click Connect. Now, on my end, I'm connected via a wired interface, and that's always faster than Wi-Fi, so I'm not going to go through with the process of setting up Wi-Fi, but I wanted to show you where the option was, just in case you wanted to do so. Anyway, live mode is a fully working Fedora environment. You could do basically everything in this live mode that you could do with an installed version of Fedora, so it gives you a demo environment of sorts. One of the first things that I recommend that you do is launch Firefox. So we could click right here, and then we could click on the Firefox icon. We just want to make sure that internet access is truly working. And to test it, we can go to any website. But one thing that you want to do for sure is make sure that video playback and audio playback works appropriately. And actually, I could do that very easily by just playing any of the videos here on my channel. So on my end, everything seems to be working. And other things that you might want to test include, but aren't limited to, printers, scanners, external displays, or any other hardware that you might have. Just make sure that Fedora is fully working on your computer before you go through the installation process. And when you're ready to go, we can launch the installer. And to do that, we'll click the Activities Overview button right here. And we'll have an icon to install Fedora here at the bottom. So we'll click on that. And here we see the Fedora installer is ready to go. Now the installation process is very easy in Fedora. On the first screen here, what we're doing is choosing our language. And in my case, it defaulted to English United States. And that's correct for me, so that's where I'm going to leave it. But if your primary language is something else, what you could do is just scroll through this list, find your language, and then click on it. But again, mine is already correct, so I'll leave it on English, and then I'll click Next. Now in this video, we're going to be setting up a full installation of Fedora. And that means we'll be erasing our hard drive and making Fedora the only operating system. Now it probably goes without saying, but you should back up anything important on your computer before we go through the process. Everything on your hard drive will be wiped out. So just keep that in mind. So what I'll do is choose Use Entire Disk. I'll click Next. And optionally, if you want to, you can encrypt your installation. And I recommend that you do encrypt your computer. It doesn't result in any discernible difference in performance, but what it does do is give you encryption at rest. And that means if someone was to unfortunately steal your computer, they will not be able to access any files on the computer without your passphrase. So what I'll do is type in my passphrase right now. I'll confirm it. And we should be good to go. Now again, encryption is not required, but it's recommended. If you know for sure that you are not going to be saving anything important on your computer, for example, maybe you're setting up a kiosk or something like that, then you don't have to encrypt it. But if you're going to be saving anything important or anything that's personally identifiable on your hard drive, then you definitely want to encrypt it. And that's what I'm going to do, so I'll leave the encryption option chosen right here, and I'll click Next. On this screen, it's going to summarize our installation options, and you can just review this and make sure that everything is correct. And if it is, you could click this button right here that confirms that everything is going to be wiped out as part of the process, so I'll check this box. And then what I'll do is click this button right here to begin the process. And now Fedora is installing. What I'll do at this point is fast forward this in post, and I'll be right back. And check it out. Fedora is now installed on our computer. So at this point, we can exit the installer by clicking this button right here. And at this point, we're still using live mode. So what I'm going to do is shut the computer down, then I'll remove the flash drive and start it back up. And to shut down the computer, we'll click up here. We'll click on the power icon right here. And I'll power off the computer. We'll get back to the video in just a moment, but I wanted to mention that we Linux users, well, we over-engineer just about everything. I mean, we'll spend 20 minutes scripting something that a checkbox could have fixed, automate a task that we end up only doing once, or setting up multi-factor authentication on a home lab app that literally no one else can access. And that's just scratching the surface. But imagine if we spend as much time on our appearance as we do overcomplicating things. If we did, we'd look amazing. But instead, we're so busy tuning config files that most of our wardrobe was probably purchased well before the pandemic. And if you want to keep obsessing over terminals, desktop environments, distros, and config files and still look good while doing it, then you might want to check out the Learn Linux TV merch shop. It's a store for people who care about Linux, customization, and coffee, and probably in that order. You'll find shirts, hats, buttons, mouse pads, bags, and more. Whether you want to show off your favorite distro, have a little fun, or even warn people about your obsession, there's probably something in the shop just for you. And it's not just about revealing to the world that you run Arch, although yeah, that is important. There's practical items too, such as the Tmux cheat sheet mousepad, reference sheets, and other genuinely useful items. Every purchase helps support the channel, so grab yourself something great. You can check out the shop at merch.learnlinux.tv. And as always, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for checking out the shop and supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And now, let's get back to the video. And since I decided to encrypt my installation, it's going to ask me for the passphrase before it'll continue booting, so I'll type that in. I'll press enter. And here we go. The first time you boot into Fedora after installing it, it's going to show you the setup screen right here. So I'll click the Start Setup button. And if you didn't connect to Wi-Fi earlier, then you'll get an opportunity to do that right now. Again, I'm using a wired connection, so what I'll do is skip this particular selection. On the next screen, we could choose to enable or disable location services as well as automatic problem reporting. But location services are helpful if you plan on using any map applications. And automatic problem reporting is a good idea because that helps the Fedora developers fix bugs, and that's a great thing. I'll leave it up to you, but I'm going to leave these options enabled on my end, and I'll click Next. On the next screen, it's going to ask you to choose your location, which sets your time zone. And in my case, it's already correct. I'm in the Eastern time zone, and that's what this is. You can always click on the map to get this little marker right here closer to your geographic location that'll help you narrow down your time zone. It doesn't have to be exact, but it does set your time zone, so you want it to be at least relatively correct. Anyway, what I'll do is click Next. And when it comes to enabling third-party repositories, I do recommend that you choose this option. This will give you access to additional software, and it's probably something that'll be useful for most people. I'll click Next. And what I'll do right here is create my username. So I'll type in my name. And I prefer to simplify the username. And I think that's good enough for me. So what I'll do is click Next. And then what we'll do is choose a password for our user account. So I'll type that in. I'll confirm it. And then I'll click Next. And at this point, setup is complete. We can click this button right here to start using Fedora. And when you first start using Fedora, it's going to offer to show you a welcome tour. And this is pretty cool. It shows you some of the capabilities of Fedora Workstation. So you could click through this tour and see some of the features in this release. And then once you're done, all you have to do is close it. And now we have Fedora 44 fully set up and ready to go. Now the first thing that I recommend that you do when you install any Linux distro is install all available updates. And to do that in Fedora, what we'll do is click the Activities Overview button. We'll open up GNOME Software, and then we'll go to the Updates tab. And even though Fedora 44 just came out, there's already updates, as you can see. So what I'll do is click Download. I'll handle this particular update right here later on, but I definitely want to make sure that I get all of the operating system updates installed. And to get the process rolling, what I'll do is click Restart and Update. And then I'll click this button right here. And what this is going to do is restart the computer and install all of the updates that were downloaded. And installing updates will require unlocking the hard drive, so I'll do that right now. And now the updates are installing. I'll give this a moment to finish, and I'll be right back. And now the update process is complete, and we're at the login screen. So I'll log in. And now we're good to go. At this point, you're ready to start using Fedora. And as a quick aside, to install software in Fedora, all you have to do is access the Activities Overview, and then open up GNOME Software. And then you can browse through the available applications that are offered in Fedora. All you have to do is find one on the list that you want to install. For example, if you wanted to install Google Chrome, you could click on it, and then click the Install button. And once the application is done installing, you can access it by clicking the Activities Overview screen again. And down here, we can access the app grid by clicking this icon. And any applications that you install will be listed right here. So here's Google Chrome, and I can launch it. But anyway, we're good to go. You now have your very own Fedora 44 installation, and I hope you enjoy it. And there's our video. Today we set up a brand new installation of Fedora 44, and I hope you enjoy it. And in fact, I'm going to have a full review of Fedora 44 on this channel very soon, so be sure to subscribe to Learn Linux TV so you won't miss out on it. Anyway, with all that said, thank you so much for checking out this video, and I'll see you in the next one.